Uh-huh. What exactly did they say? Let me look. All the dates listed are reset days? That doesn't mean that the fucking class thing's happening on the reset, right? What does this actually say? Yeah, I mean that... Frankly, if they were going to tune actually on the 17th, they already know. They already have all the information to appropriately tune on the 17th. What would have stopped them from tuning this Tuesday? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm using AJ's cooldown manager. Because AJ's the fucking goat. We're paying close attention to internal metrics as well as player sentiment to assess how we proceed. When it comes to our tuning adjustments, our next plan and pass is expected to arrive with the Midnight Season 1 launch on March 17th. I guess it's going to be, on. Our next pass will follow immediately afterwards, utilizing data gathered during during the week heroic difficulties are available. These changes will go live with the launch. What the fuck information are they going to be tuning off of? I mean, I guess maybe it actually is the 17th. This is the one that's going to actually be a big one, I think. But like, what are we tuning off of here? Yo, good morning. I mean, like, listen. Tuesday the 31st is a little bit cooked. Yeah, I don't really know. Mid-race world first. It depends on how bad the tuning is. Like, these aren't necessary if the tuning is actually good. I mean, last patch we only got like one round of tuning. They fucking buff rep paladin. They go, all right, that's enough for me. A long, hard day's work at the job. We're done. Based on beta and not M0s? Yeah, fuck. Like, what the fuck are they tuning off of? Like, not that I'm opposed to, like, all right. We could buff fucking Arms Warrior and you know, Shadow Priest single target can go up, and Enhancement Shaman single target can go up, and like there's some specs that they could just buff, and it's not that crazy, right? Like they buff Shadow Priest single target, they nerf Psychic Link, as is tradition. They nerf Guardian Druid DPS. They nerf Unholy DK into the fucking ground. They nerf Demonology Warlock into the fucking ground. And then we're, you know, calling it a day. But the thing is, like, that shit could have happened 3 fucking weeks ago, right? That's to me the part that's the crazier thing is, like, I don't think any of this is new. They nerfed Afflock because of the previous tier set. That did happen. Yeah, that's true. Leveling 81 as a druid. How should I level up? I have 1 to 2 hours. Is that your first character? You should do the campaign. Yeah, do the campaign. When they try to avoid tuning that late so it doesn't affect the race roll first, I'm going to be completely honest. World of Warcraft doesn't tune with a hammer. They tune with a scalpel most of the time. The problem is this first patch actually needs to be with the fucking hammer. The mallet, even. They're busting out like a sledgehammer. We're going to start drilling into the crust of the earth with this one. But, like, realistically, the largest tuning pass they normally hit, like, after the first... Okay, normally we don't get double-digit % tuning passes. It's very rare that a double-digit % tuning pass happens at all. I think we're going to get multiple. is the craziest shit. In both directions, as it turns out. But the thing is, like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing here. Like, based on what data? The data that they had from the beta? that they could have already been using? Like what? The mainstream a massive Warner pursuit. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is so rare that you see anything that is, like, over 10% either a buff or a nerf, right? The largest nerf you normally see is, like, 8. And the largest buff you normally see is, like, 8. And if you see an 8%er, you're like, wow, that is a fucking massive buff. Or, wow, that is a huge nerf. We have some specs that need, like, 20%? Like I don't know the exact number, but it's closer to 20 than it is to 10. There's last season. Now they're showing me 2 weeks before raid. Well, see, on the beta or on a PTR, it makes sense that you get like a fucking massive either buff or nerf. That shit just 20%ers are common. I've seen a 35er before, and you're just like, okay, well, yeah. That shit just happens. The problem is, like, it normally doesn't happen on live. So you're just like, oh, good God. You guys see that Cell released a working beta version yesterday? I tried it a little bit. Here, I'll show you. And it started throwing Lua errors immediately, and I turned that fucker off. I was like, okay, I'll maybe mess around with this later. It looks good. I mean, Cell always looks good. But started throwing Lua errors, and I was out. $50% buff? I don't know, 50%, but like, that shit is terrible. Yeah, Cell is kind of working. Kind of working. Yo, good morning. How'd you get to work? There's a beta version that's working, but I did something which was crazy, right? I turned on health text, and that bricked my fucking game. So it started throwing a bunch of fucking Lua errors. Here, look. See, this is my bug grabber. I'll turn on health text real quick. Bang. Got a fucking Lua error. So that doesn't work. So I can't. So basically, Cell is not really, in my opinion, not very usable right now. But maybe in the future, if I can't see fucking health percents, like, yeah. Release Blizzard release Mythic Plus next week? No, I can't do that. You think they waited too long? People are comfortable with Danders now? I don't know. I'm not. Listen, I prefer Cell over Danders frames. I think Danders frames is good. I just prefer the look of Cell. It's pretty fucking simple. I think it just looks better. At the same time, I'm not married to anything. My camera's crooked. So it is. There we go. Is that better? How is the balanced rotation now? Can you show me, please? Yeah, they really cooked with this one. Hold on, I'll show you. Alright, so you're gonna open up, you're gonna Moonfire, you're gonna Moonfire, you're gonna Moonfire, you're gonna Sunfire, you're gonna Fury of Elune, you're gonna Incarn, you're gonna Starfire, you're gonna Starfall, you're gonna Starfall, you're gonna Starfire, you're gonna Starfall, you're gonna Starfire, you're gonna Starfall, you're gonna get a Star Weaver proc, and you're gonna spin that Star Weaver proc on Star Surge, then you're gonna Starfire, you're gonna Starfire, you're gonna Starfire, you're gonna Starfall, you're gonna Starfall, you're gonna get a proc again, you're gonna Star Surge for your proc, and then you're gonna Starfall, you're gonna Starfall, you're gonna Star Surge your proc, you're gonna Fury of Elune again, then you're gonna press Incarn one more time, you're gonna Starfire, then you're gonna press Starfall, then you're gonna press Starfall again, then you're gonna get a proc. And write that down. You try one more time? No, I can't. What is this? 1205 patent. Forget. No. Hello, thought. You guys see that fucking people are getting the rank 1 Mythic Plus title from pre-patch IO? You switch to Starfire and 2 target? Well, Starfire, it depends. So, Elune's Chosen, yeah, you Starfire all the time, except for whenever you're out of Eclipse on pure single target. Because of Lunar Calling. On AoE, you Starfire starting at 4 targets. Yeah. Is there tuning concerns for Raid to not have Mythic Plus yet? What do you mean? What does that mean? I think we get notes Friday? I guess. Oh my god, tomorrow's Friday. No, we get a new YouTube video by me tomorrow. Like, why not have Mythic Plus? As in, like, why does Blizzard not do fucking Mythic Plus? Boomkin good this year? Yeah, Boomkin's gonna be broken, bro. Are they worried about gear into the raid? No, not really. I think it's more just, like, trying to make it... The problem with Mythic Plus is that... the problem with Mythic Plus is the same problem that Mythic Plus has always fucking had. It's that gearing from Mythic Plus is really stupid. Like, it's simultaneously good and horrible. It's simultaneously too good and too bad. It's too bad because long term at the end of the season, you care about having like max level gear and theoretical bis, which the Mythic Plus gearing system is bad at doing. But at the same time, it's too good because it's the only form of, like, spammable fucking hero track gear. And for some reason, you just will spam a bajillion dungeons to get your gear. Can we get the newts today? I mean, we could, in theory. Abyss Anglers? What the fuck is this? A whole lot of nothing. Decor Duels. Amidst all the danger that swirls above... This is the prop hunt thing, right? Items are seek out. Those who don't want the guys on item, you'll earn new rewards, including mounts, toys, housing, decor through this bite-sized event. Voidforge. Wait, what? After unlock. The Voidforge will provide new opportunities for players in Midnight to take their game further. You'll help aid Dominar Decimus to build the Voidforge to begin to transmute nebulous void cores, which are transmutable into powerful equipment upon defeating powerful foes in Midnight Season 1. Raids are completing... Is this... what? Turbo boost? After unlocking the Voidforge... Decimus will require additional assistance to craft the Ascendant Nilhammer, allowing players to upgrade their weapons and trinkets to new height. So probably not dinars. Is this talking about higher item levels? What the fuck does new heights mean in this context, I guess? New heights makes it sound like it's going to be a better trinket or a better weapon, but like I suspect what it's going to be is just going to be higher item level, no? Oh, it could be a new track. Yeah, I didn't consider that. Like, you guys could buff up a fucking hero track weapon to myth track or some bullshit. I didn't really consider that. I assumed that it was going to be something that was universal, but it could be something like that. Huh. Yo, good morning, mailman. What's up, buddy? So it could be myth track or it could be turbo boost. I think it actually could be one or the other. I suspect it's Squishy had a post.
Fucking Tettles, fuck that guy.
Squishy had a post saying that he thought that turbo boost was coming back, right? Yo, thank you for the resub. Welcome back. Yeah, very strange. Yo. I think it's more likely to be turbo boost than it is to be some BLP for heroic raiders, although possible. Turbo boost midnight season 1. Wish you made a post. Here we go. What was this? What did this post say again? I can't fucking remember even. Midnight data mining reveals possible turbo boost like mechanic for midnight season 1. Yeah, okay, so this is... What did Squishy say about this shit again? Something about the D and this, I think the turn-in tracker. This is what the reason that he thought it was the turbo boost. Check new link. Wait, what? There's another link. Class updates. What part of this shit is relevant? Class updates, housing, and more. Virtual sites, the Voidforge. I mean, I don't care about any of that shit, honestly. I think it's all... Wait. This is what this is called? The Voidforge.
No music on the YouTube stream just feels weird.
How in the fuck did you get that? How'd you even do that? Yeah, well, the YouTube stream, unfortunately, gets copyright claimed and the stream gets taken down. Like, how do I even describe it? Like, the stream pauses. The stream pauses. But you can't do anything about it. As Midnight Season 1 begins, players will assist. Upon defeating a Midnight Season 1 raid boss or completing a Mythic Plus dungeon, Bountiful Delve, Prey Hunt, or on Nightmare difficulty, players may choose to spend their Void Cores to receive a random item appropriate for their loot specialization from that activity. After receiving the item this way, it is removed from that loot pool until all eligible items have been attained on a per difficulty basis. Yeah, they got to bring back the unstable Arcano Crystal. That's my take. For example, receiving some iridescent insignia trinket from the Crown of the Cosmos encounter on the Void Spire on normal difficulty will not remove it from consideration on heroic or mythic difficulty. The item level of the Mythic Plus reward is equivalent to Great Vault rewards from that Keystone level. How the fuck do you... How do you get these? Yeah, it's just BLP, right? Can I view the original? I want to see the pictures. There's pictures that they were using. Oh, what the fuck? It's bonus rolls. Oh, wait a second. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Bonus rolls are back. What the fuck? Not what I... And it tells you what items are in your loot pool. And a random item. But I mean, it could be some bad shit, right? It's not necessarily just trinkets, but yeah. Is it guaranteed? I guess it's... It looks like it's guaranteed. I mean, it reads like it's guaranteed, actually. Players may choose to spend their void cores to receive a random item appropriate for their loot. Sounds like it's guaranteed. So basically, bonus rolls are back, except deterministic. Deterministic in the sense that you're guaranteed a piece. Decimus will also offer nebulous void cores to players in exchange for a choice of valuable resources, including gold, void light, marl, and veteran donk. You could either have a bonus roll to get a myth track piece of gear, or you could get veteran dawn crest. That's the best I could fucking do. And I didn't know they ran a pawn shop here. What the fuck? Jesus. The total number of nebulous void cores available to a character increases 2 every week for the remainder of the season due to smaller loot pools. Due to the smaller loot pools and exceptional power of raid items, user reward will require 2 nebulous void cores upon defeating a raid boss. Other in-game content such as Mythic Plus will cost only 1. As a result, acquiring a particularly desired trinket, weapon, or ring is likely to require a similar number of nebulous void cores regardless of source. 6 total items. Oh, interesting. So, I mean, you're definitely just going to want to do these for fucking myth track raid bosses, right? I don't think that there's ever any reason to... Well, yeah. Hypothetically. They're bringing back bonus rolls, is the TLDR. It's not Titan Forging. No. Bonus rolls are being brought back, basically. And Titan Forging? Did I miss something here? I gotta keep reading. Following the Voidforge's construction, Decimus will ask players to assist him in crafting the Nil Hammer. Okay, yeah, oh, they're actually talking about the Nil Hammer. A powerful tool capable of manipulating Ascendant Void Cores to a power-worthy equipment. Upon completing this warband-wide journey, players may begin acquiring Ascendant Void Cores for Midnight Season 1 in-game content. Consuming an Ascendant Void Core infuses an eligible weapon or trinket with additional power to increase its item level. Yeah, okay, so it is an item level increase. It's like a turbo boost, like we were talking about. Only fully upgraded hero, myth, and maximum quality radiance crafted weapons and trinkets are eligible to... Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. Okay, cool. Yo, what's up, buddy? Wait, it's Myth Track for Mythic Plus? Wait, what? Where does it say that? Oh. The item level of Mythic Plus rewards from Nebulous Void Cores is equivalent to Great Vault rewards from that Keystone level, i.e. Myth 1 out of 6. Wow. That is insane. Wow, that is... Holy shit. What a fucking change. And this comes down to 0.5? Good God almighty. This is like... Am I cooked? Is this not a little bit over-engineered? I don't think it's bad. It's kind of a lot. Just randomly. It's wild, so that any Will give Mythtrack gear. Yeah, so the void caches will give Mythtrack gear. Does it only count? It only costs 1 though. Because it said raid costs 2, right? The total number of nebulous void cores available to a character increases by 2 every week for the remainder of the season. Due to the smaller loot pools and the exceptional powerful raid items, these rewards will require 2 nebulous void cores upon defeating a raid boss. Require. So to gear a character as fast as possible, you just use them on fucking Mythic Plus, right? How does this affect my 0 to hero? When the fuck does this come out? Good God Almighty. Yeah. This... This is something that I think will be cool the first time it happens. I think this will be sweet. I suspect similar to Turbo Boost and similar to the other stuff that they've given us, the first time they do this, this will be fucking sick. I don't know about if they ever do it again, how cool it would be, but I do think the first time they do this, this will be fucking cool. No complaints. Like, hard to really be doomer on this. I mean, this is like... Yeah, this is cool. Soon, can we get TLDR? Bonus rolls are back, except they guarantee pieces of gear. You can get guaranteed Mythtrack pieces of gear from... you can get guaranteed Mythtrack pieces of gear from Mythic Plus. There's like a new currency that you use. The new bonus roll currency. There's also ways of upgrading max level hero track and myth track trinkets and weapons to Ascendant Voidforged, which basically just means that they go up an item level more. If I wasn't streaming, I would make a YouTube video right now. This is cool. This is cool, though. I like how it has an element of randomness instead of just being a vendor. I like how it has an element of randomness, but I also like how it's very... almost intentionally attached to content that you're doing, right? The thing that was... Okay, so it's not like it dropped off the boss, but it's attached to, like, completing the fucking dungeon or killing the raid boss. And I think that that gets lost on things like, you know, the profession crafting and the catalyst, where it's just like, I feel kind of detached from those systems because I go back to Silver Moon or whatever, and I use the catalyst or I get my profession gear crafted, and there's, while it took crests, it's detached from the job that I did to be able to get it, right? Yeah. What else is there? They're doing Apex talent reworks? What the fuck? Oh. Evokers can mog. Holy. And then tuning that, I mean, it's in the 0.5. It's hard to get up in arms about tuning that is months away. I mean, these are like reworks on Apex talents is what I think most of this is. Or hero talent reworks, some of these are. It's like Slayer shit. looks like, yeah, it looks like Apex Talents and Hero Talent, like, slight redesigns. Okay, so it's hard for me to be like, alright, I care about that a lot. As soon as Season 1 begins for the bonus roll currency? I mean, these are the 12.0.5 PTR notes. I feel like this... Yeah, bonus rolls are back. But kind of. So bonus rolls are now a new currency. You can spend 2 bonus rolls to get a guaranteed piece of gear that you don't have already off of a raid boss or out of a Mythic Plus dungeon. If you're doing a 10 or higher, you get actually Myth track level pieces from that Mythic Plus dungeon as well. And the raid ones cost 2 per bonus roll, and the Mythic Plus ones cost 1 per bonus roll. So, and you get 2 per week. And then I think there's Ascendant. You can buff up your weapon and your trinket, I think, with some BS thing. I think this could be cool. I actually think that this is similar. So Turbo Boost was cool the first time through, but it was really cringe the second time. I think that this is something that, like, I'm actually pretty happy about. I don't know if I would like it, you know, for multiple patches end over end or something like that, but I think that for one patch, this could be fucking sick. You link the blue post? Yeah, sure, here. Yeah, I mean, they're doing something new, right? I think that that's kind of the important thing, is that they're doing something different, and I think that is like something I crave is like change, right? Like I don't want things to be just the status quo all the time with World of Warcraft. I want shit to be different. I'm with you. Yeah, it's BLP. It's BLP, and it actually feels like it's attached to the content, so I think they kind of cooked up the best of both worlds with it. Yeah. Is this an island? Are we fucked? I like them trying stuff. I like them trying stuff too. Oh, is this some Middle Eastern? Is this like Qatar or something? What even would this fucking be? Not an island? I can't look at chat. I'm gonna minimize chat. Can't cheat. What even would this fucking be? Not India. Bangladesh, maybe? Okay, I cooked. Let me open chat back up. I have the attention span of a 12-year-old iPad kid on crack. Can you please cut the bench into short so I can finish the episode? No. No. I do all the editing work on the bench. I don't want to edit it into shorts too, man. I don't want. I could, like, we would have to, I would need to hire somebody to fucking do that. Oh, CBA. On island, yeah. Iran to Brunei, Pakistan, India, Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia. Could increase your viewership, but probably not unless. I mean, I think it might a little bit. I think it's like, it's not something that's bad. It's more just like, so like I don't want to do it. So the alternative would be to pay somebody to do it. And we're not really making that much money off the bench. Just like, I mean, it could be valuable to pay somebody to do it, but that shit sucks ass. Making shorts is the fucking worst, by the way. That is my least favorite content ever. Like, I hate shorts. Not in the sense that shorts are bad, but in the sense that, like, I think that shorts are just pretty frequently not that good at content. We need to get borrowed power back, something to spice up the game. I'm not excited to play any class. You mean you don't enjoy the brand new marquee feature of Midnight Apex talents? You mean that's not cool? I got asked to play Mage this year. Do you have a recommendation on some content creators that someone's logs to look at? I can't learn from Jangbi. I don't want to be that level of demon. Yeah, hold on, I got somebody for you. This guy. We're hopeful or fired up. Well, those guys are... I think that those people don't public log and... Yeah. I think that they're also kind of locked away in Race to World First prison, and Billy, I think, is a lot more helpful. Not in like a, you know, hopeful and fired up suck, but more in like a, because Billy's more available, it's more useful, right? Yeah, like, what are you gonna... While the Race to World First is going on, like, what are you gonna do? I mean, like, people look at Fired Up and Hopeful's, like, POVs on kills and stuff like that, which is relevant, but if you're... It depends on, like, if you need to ask somebody fucking questions, Fired Up and Hopeful are not gonna be... You know, they're not gonna respond in the fucking chat if you have a question about Mage. Yeah, they're locked away for a while. Geneva, Switzerland. GG. I didn't know what side of Switzerland this was on. Fukushima. Japan. I don't know if I can click over here. Oh my god, that was close. Nairobi, Kenya. M. Kenya's here. I think this is Tanzania. What the fuck would Nairobi be? Here? What types of questions I was asking? Fired up some stuff, and he was focused on doing M0s, but when he got tired, he answered talents. I mean, that's great, right? It's more just like those people don't have time. Right? It definitely depends on the questions. Are you casting the racist here? Yes. Mauritius. They gave me fucking Mauritius. Isn't that an African island? Oh my fucking god, I got Mauritius? I'm pretty sure that's like an... No? I think I fucking lost. I don't know where this is. Fucking lost. I thought it was an African island champion. The fact that you said no. I have no fucking idea. Let me... It is an African island. You motherfucker. Why did you say no? Lie to me. Kaliningrad. This is Kaliningrad, right? Oh. I'm a fucking beast. You know what? That was not bad. Yeah, I can't read fucking chat, man. You're in Namibia? Yeah, shit. Africa islands. I am like not. I don't know anything about islands. They're using data and feedback from the last couple of weeks. We all know Demon and Holy Guardian Druid are overperforming. They tune on the reset on the 17th, and they use the data from that week of players to tune on the 24th. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the most likely thing that's going to happen, right? I still, like... There's no additional data. Like, I will say that the weird shit about the tuning that's happening on the 17th is that there's no additional data that they're tuning off of, right? Like, what are they tuning off of? Beta data that happened weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago? Prez not need as much stacking is crazy. I'm pretty sure Prez doesn't need that much stacking right now. Im's heroes and PvP. If they're tuning off of Im's heroes and PvP, they're cooked. Like, I got nothing to say. Like, there's 4 rounds of tuning. I think that all of that tuning that was happening in the 0.5 notes was... I think that stuff that was in the 0.5 were mostly Apex talents and hero talent related, no? Yeah, I think that the stuff that was happening in the 0.5 was a little bit more targeted. It's even less. You don't even need to hit temporal anomaly or blossoms. Oh shit. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, the big thing that made you not need to be like positionally relevant to them was the shit with the whenever they don't make Dream Breath most of their healing. Obviously, that's a thing for raid, but like. If Dream Breath is like a huge source of their healing, that shit is terrible. Okay, I gotta do some research on these fucking bosses. I haven't looked at any of these raid bosses like at all. That's the goal for today's stream, to figure out what the fuck's going on with the raid. I think I'm gonna go through UD later. You gonna play that Steam game? Yeah, I downloaded that Steam game. We might play it later. I have no idea what it's gonna be like, but... Alamazi YouTube. Fuck, this guy's finding a guard. Yo, good morning. Warlock propaganda, midnight raid testing.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey guys, Calamari.
About 3 weeks until the actual expansion launch. About, I guess, 7 weeks until the raid comes out. At least on Mythic and all that. The race war first begins.
Did you be able to do splits? No. The reason that I'm looking at raid stuff at all is because since I'm casting the race war, okay, I could show up to heroic and normal and not know that much about the bosses, and probably be fine. The reason I'm actually doing research, though, is because of the Race World first casting. So, like, even though I'm going to have a knowledge about, like, Dream Rift and Voidspire bosses from experience, and I can just read what the Mythic mechanics are, I tend to want to put in a little bit more effort beforehand to make sure that I know, like, pretty much everything that could happen, as opposed to just mostly, like, what is my role on said fight. Is your guild Giga? No splits? Yeah, we don't do splits. Like, as it turns out, we fucking hate splits and we don't like farms, so we don't do them. It's not that hard, actually. We decided that we'll get Hall of Fame without that shit. That shit sucks.
I'm going to make a video today talking about Warlock in the upcoming raid tier being Dream Rift.
Why is this in this raid testing folder?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey,
God
what's
damn
going
it,
on, guys? Kalamazi here. This is going to be my second video in the series on Mythic bosses in Midnight Beta testing. This is the last 3 they tested.
Yeah, we do, like, we get everybody the mounts and then we're done.
Dream Rift open on Mythic as well.
Bellerin. So this is the last. This is the boss. This is the QD boss, right? Same shirt. Holy shit. That's wild. We do have the same shirt. All right, I'll come back and look at Bellerin later. You guys blind that you play for fun. That's wild. Yeah.
07.
Okay, Veilgore and Ezerak. Where is this from? I need AI to summarize this fight for me. Alternating between flying and ground combat, swapping after Midnight Flames at full power in response. Offer aid. Kalamazoo owns 9 shirts. Is that why he only brings a fucking carry-on to... Is that why he only brings a carry-on to the Race World First? An event that we're at for weeks at a time? Okay, word.
Veilgore and Ezerak is the second boss we're talking about today, and this boss, it feels like this boss is actually not going to be that bad once you have a plan for this boss. Not as bad as like Muggsy was like during the testing or anything. Like once you had a plan for Muggsy, it was actually like, oh, this is how you do this, right? But this is not the same difficulty level. But regardless, the boss will need to be spread 15 yards. If they're more than 10% health apart, they enrage.
Yeah.
A couple changes from heroic and things to mythic. We'll talk about them when we get there. The boss is going to do a breath frontal, pointed away, whoever gets it. It is targeted on one player and will move with the player. The boss is going to cast a null beam here. I will say this null beam, if you take this null beam, it gives you stacks of an effect which reduce, how do I word this? Taking stacks of the null beam reduces the amount of movement speed reduction your character can get. It makes it easier to break the tether that comes out from the adds, but at the same time, you're taking a frontal beam. So I don't know how it's going to work. Maybe you have your whole raid take it. I'm not really sure. We can just circle it or gate it or whatever, but either way, there's that. Some people are taking it here, as you can see. These circles come out. These are going to spawn orbs at AoE. Stacking these hurts a lot, but they can be like stunned and gripped or whatever. Isn't that big of a deal. AoE them down. The thing is, they're going to tether players. The first tether that snaps here, which is going to be probably this person, one of these two, is going to spawn these pools. Someone snapped over here. These pools spawn from a tether breaking. You gotta dodge them. You're trying to break your own tether at AoE and grip. This felt pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. But you can see I'm slowed here a good bit. This is full speed.
We're gonna lag our fucking asses off, by the way. This is so many entities.
Running away. I think I might even have Burning Rush on here. If you take this frontal, it negates the overall slow effect from the tether.
Can be gripped?
But you're taking damage, so sort of up to you. I'm trying to run away here with.
Those swirlies are really easy to see. Yeah, everything that I can't... I'm gonna be honest, I can't even fucking see what's going on.
Got Burning Rush on, you can see it's pretty rough. Obviously it's a lock.
Oh my god, you actually can mass grip them all. That's...
Just put a circle down, circle out. You can gate it if you want as a raid, whatever. Do what you gotta do, that's that. Kick them, CC them, there you go. Besides that, the other change here is Ezerak's gonna cast Gloom, which is that orb's gonna come out in... I don't see it here. I think right now actually being cast. So this orb that spawns, this is a bad angle for it. It's going to spawn with like a radius around it, like a circle basically. Every person that comes in contact with it will reduce the size of the circle. I think it's like five soaks roughly, give or take. You want to reduce basically the size of the circle by soaking it. On Mythic though, it splashes within an 8-yard radius. Like whenever you soak it, if I run in here and soak this, let me just play this a bit. See the ring around.
So it's not like the Rashok one. It's like... What was like that? Stone Legion Generals knockback or some bullshit?
It's like this big roughly. It's like a little ring right here. If I ran in and soaked this, it would basically soak one of like the stacks off of it, but also it would reduce the ring size, but it would pulse around me or the orb in an 8-yard radius.
Weird.
A debuff that is dot damage for a little while, I think it's 8 seconds, but applies a damage taken increase from the effect by 1,000%, and it lasts a minute. On Heroic, you can just say 5 players stack on it, soak it down, no big deal. On Mythic, you have to soak in a staggered fashion, like in a line. So like, for example, wherever this comes out, like player 1 soaks here, player 2 is like here, player 3 is here, maybe a bit less room between them, so on.
I wonder if you could, like, turtle it, cloak, bubble. I wonder if that would be the strat.
So forth, but you have to soak it down. You can't be stacked or it'll debuff everybody and blow everybody up. If it hits the wall in the back of the room with a larger radius on it, see the radius here, it'll
Probably
shrink
not.
when
They
people
fucking
soak
hate
it,
immunities.
Like right about... somebody soak it. Now it's soaked a bit there. He's weighing a soak back there for that last stack. It'll shrink. There's a soak there. I think it has maybe 1 stack or none. Can't really tell, honestly. It'll hit the back of the room and explode in a radius. There's the last soak right there, actually. Based on how big the remaining ring is, essentially, on us. You'll see it explode about now. Here it comes. Explode. 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 Here it is. It's filling the room. So that's a lot of area denial. You know, breaths coming out here. More breaths make it tougher to turn the boss with the breath and stuff, too. Keep in mind they got to be spread 15 yards and in range. Soaks become harder. Dodging the pools in the soap becomes tougher too when the tethers go out. So a lot of things are similar to Heroic, but a little different as well. Besides that,
I mean, this fight has so much shit going on. Like, holy fuck.
the fight's pretty similar to Heroic. Tether's come out in a bit of a later fashion here. One is broken already, so we're trying to break this. This is a Burning Rush. The pole's pretty rough. Gloom Orb again right now. So the cadence of this fight's pretty fast. Once there's like a pattern for this boss figured out, like a good strategy for it, it probably isn't that bad. But you can see how it's like, all right, this happens, then this, then this, then this, with very little downtime or leeway. The intermission has a shield you go into, the bosses fly around, and you stay in the shield. An ad spawns, kill the ad. I think the intermission is shorter on Mythic, and you go back into this phase. Unfortunately, we wiped a bunch here, didn't really see it at all, but same as Heroic.
So the core of the mechanics of this fight are soaking the Gloom circles and the null beam ads, I think, right? That's what it seemed like the core of the mechanics were for this fight. Radiant barrier to nearby flares. That Mythic mechanic is fucking dank. Exo moving mass of pure darkness. Yeah, and this is what Kalamazi was saying, that they reach 100 energy and then they fly around, they spawn an additional ad that has to be killed. They fly as one. Do they share health then? How the fuck does that work? Maybe they can't take damage or something. They do not share health. What do they... Upon reaching 100 energy, Ezerak and Vilgor fly as one. What the fuck does that even mean?
In phase 1. Phase 2, they're immune to damage flying around. I think they're immune mostly. But...
Oh, you said they're immune. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. If they're immune or like a 99% reduction, then that makes more sense.
Not a very long phase 2. And yeah, that's that.
Bro, oh my god.
It's so bad.
Everything's pissing me the fuck off.
Everything is so
Everything's
bad.
pissing me off, bro.
It's one of those days, I tell you, man. I don't...
How exactly does this fucking circle work? Not the Gloom, but this one. The Void Orb Null Beam shit. They're just ads that have nothing to do with This is such a weird mechanic. It's an add drop? Yeah, exactly. So the mechanic is actually that you run out of this circle to break the tether off of this, but for some reason it has adds. Like, why? Okay. Yeah, the adds in the tethers. Yeah, well, you see a mechanic like this and you think that these adds are going to root you or something, I think. Yeah, this is an illegal amount of pad. How much damage does it do to break this? You gonna want to like slam AM here, maybe? No, not really. It doesn't really do that much damage. Okay, well. Our next boss.
This is basically Soul Hunters on Mythic.
Soul Hunter. Oh, God.
All right, Mythic Light-Blinded Vanguard. This is basically Soul Hunters.
It's the token AoE grip boss that they do every tier. Dude, what do we fucking do? We don't have an AoE grip. Now what?
On Mythic. If you like that fight,
Okay.
the whole 2 people in the world that did, great. This is that fight again. If you didn't, well, join the club.
We do? Who? Fix our fucking DPS DK is gonna play blood, I guess. Ursul's Typhoon, GG. Yeah, GG. Buddha. That's crazy you can name your character Fupa.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean that fucking mechanic. I don't know. We're gonna 3-tank it? That doesn't seem right, but maybe. Maybe Sinsel DPS and make fucking Fix tank or something.
Mythic Light-Blinded Vanguard. This is basically Soul Hunters on Mythic. If you like that fight, the whole 2 people in the world that did, great. This is that fight again. If you didn't, well, join the club. Here we go. So we're going to look at it this way. Basically, the fight has Zealous Spirit as the Mythic mechanic, which sort of like empowers another boss in a sense, or another boss's ability when one of the 3 bosses is doing like their ultimate in a sense. They're paladins. You're going to have a mix of paladin abilities. You got Divine Toll, Sacred Shields, Execution, Sentence. I don't know why I can't say that. Whenever you lust, whether it's on pull or later on, they're gonna bubble. You gotta mass dispel it. We lust on pull, bubbles come out, we mass dispel. Cool, good to go.
Wait, what?
You gotta mass dispel it. Can't say that. Whenever you lust, whether it's on pull or later on, they're gonna bubble. You gotta mass dispel it. We lust on pull, bubbles
like
come out,
Jane,
we
what
mass
the
dispel.
fuck? That's weird.
Cool, good to go. It's a paladin fight. There's spinning hammers and big things swinging and shields being thrown. It's paladin stuff. It's sort of mechanical vomit again. It is what it is. We didn't get super far into it. We tested this boss for about 20 minutes and we're like, yeah, rather just go do anything else in life than pull this boss a bit more. So we didn't test it very long. But jokes aside, it was end of the day.
Must have been fucking
we've
terrible.
never seen it. It was a bit of a There's a healing absorb on the fight which comes out. It's called Tears Wrath, right? Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute here. The bosses are going to basically do like an ultimate every so often. It'll alternate. It's indicated by a very large circle that's put around one of them. When it happens, right here. When it happens, drag the other 2 bosses away. You don't want to be in the circle. Thank you for the raid, Robin. I appreciate it. They're going to do one thing. He's doing Divine Toll. So you can see here, Spirit of the Mender, Defender, and Vindictive, right? So for example, when Bellamy is casting Divine Toll, the Spirit's going to cast Tears Wrath. Tears Wrath is a massive absorb. It goes on I think the closest 5 players to the edge of this ring right here. You'll see it by the Louis Vuitton absorb shields on the raid frames in a second here. It is massive and it stacks. We had groups rotating it. I think I missed the soak here. I was out of like my group soak. I think I'm group 3. I don't know. It's whatever. But you'll see it does stack. The absorb is massive. It's probably overtuned. We were testing in champion level gear on a later mythic boss. But basically the gist of it is when an ultimate's going on, there's going to be the spirit empowering the ultimate with basically another ultimate. So Divine Toll is going to get Tears Wrath being empowered. Execution Sentence is going to get Divine Toll being cast as well, so the shields. And Tears Wrath, when it's cast by the boss, is going to have Execution Sentence being cast as well. So you'll see here, we're getting out. Divine Toll's being cast up here. This is going to be Spirit of the Mender. You'll see basically, yeah, it's being cast. Bellamy's doing his thing. Watch the raid frames here. You're gonna see Louis Vuitton's coming on. Look, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the absorb. This is basically the Spirit of the Mender applying Tear's Wrath when Divine Toll's being cast. Toll's there. Tear's Wrath is there. This thing does an insane. It's a huge absorb, and there are more coming out now too. It's on the first, the closest 5 players to the ring. Get out. You get hit by the shield, just silence as well. Just dodge. Yeah, kick the boss every so often. I believe the elephant charge is like on the furthest player, so you want to bait towards the wall. Could be wrong there, but once they're done, big consecration in the back of the room. Stack them up again, meat grinder them down. You're gonna have another ultimate coming up soon. I don't know what it's gonna be. Figure it out. Spread out for this stuff, obviously. Pretty easy to see. It's gonna go off here. A bunch of divine tolls go out. Cool, sounds good. Barrier, heck yeah, awesome. You're gonna have one jumping out, I think pretty soon here, yeah.
What is this heal absorb? Hold on, let me look at this. Here's Wrath. Is the tank. Is a red pound, so it's gonna be holy, right? The 5 nearest players. What's the deal with this? Is this immutable? You AMS it? Looks like it's immutable.
It's gonna cast execute.
So in theory, you try to put it on specific. You're gonna try to put it on specific people, huh? You can AMS everything. Well, of course. I think you might be able to AMS it. Not 100% sure based on those flags, but it looks immutable. Because I don't know if this is. I mean, it should be magic, I think, but.
Execution sentence. So here we go. So people get debuffed here randomly. Here's the actual soon here. Yeah, it's gonna cast execution sentence. So here we go. So people get debuffed here randomly. Here's the actual ring coming out. You can see in the middle of the room it's being cast, which is right here. You're gonna have divine tolls coming out as well. The spirit is empowering with the defender. So here are the sentences. You need to soak these. Here come the divine tolls. You gotta dodge this stuff here as well. Pretty sick. I think I get hit by this actually. Maybe I do. Perfect. I didn't.
Yeah, you never know.
The divine
Yeah.
tolls. And that's that. There's no absorb soak here because the
Shit
spirit is empowering basically this thing here. So you're getting divine tolls and execution sentences. Big consecration on the floor. Stack again. Their hammer spinning. Meat grinder him down. That's the fight. The third boss does something as well. You'll get it'll cast Tear's Wrath, the absorb shield, and you're gonna get execution sentence being cast during that. So big absorb and big damage coming out. That's probably the worst overlap. Feels like at least.
Big
Shadow. Absorb and big soaks coming out from the sentence. I don't know if we even got that far. Maybe we did. It's coming up in. I'm not even sure.
Cast off.
Random thing.
Holy shit! Can you imagine trying to play Devourer on this fight? Oh my god!
What's happened to? Dodge this stuff. If you hit the boss,
oh my
aura piece
god
will
almighty!
for a while. It's sort of like just mechanical vomit in a sense. Here's aura piece coming out. Don't hit her, you get silenced. I might even hit her here. I did.
Hell no.
There you go. Here's sentence coming out, and you're gonna have the absorb soon too. This is a pretty tough fight to get or part to get through. You got soaks here. Watch for Louis Vuittons on the frames here. Should see him coming out in a second. Where are the Louis? Big Lou, where are you?
The Tear's Wrath heal absorb is a fucking egregious mechanic. I think you're gonna be likely to like immune it with even things like Ice Block or depends on how AMS works versus it. But yeah, you're not YOLOing the Tear's Wrath seems like a recipe for disaster.
They are. Everyone got blasted by the soaks, and you have this over and over again. If you kill one, they get a damage increased stacks. That's it. Here's the poll. Thanks for watching, guys. GN. Ahead of time, like, I mean, THU spent hours and hours on his UI for this. I spent hours and hours. I haven't updated it again, but I spent a long time doing mine too. I'm not in the race world first, but like, they'll spend a lot of time prepping and doing whatever they need to do to be in a good spot for that tier, right? So I mean, honestly, like I expect them to be like in a pretty good spot compared to most others. Whether it's UI stuff they got to learn or mechanical stuff or how.
I'm not listening to you. Got all the yap about the fucking UI. Hold on, I'm just gonna watch this full. Avenging Wrath. I feel like this fight is one of those fights that like the flow of the fight is the most important thing, not necessarily just the individual mechanics, right? So some encounters I mean, there's some individual mechanics that matter a lot here. Like obviously the Tier's Wrath you'll absorb is like probably the individually most difficult mechanic. But the fact that some of these paladins are like getting empowered over time and stuff like that, it's going to be more about like, oh, okay, so on 45 seconds in, this is roughly what's going to be happening. Then we're going to start looking to move the boss. And I think it's going to be more about like the flow than it is, you know, looking at what Empowered Avenger Shield is doing, right? Yellow Soul Hunters? Yeah. Well, Soul Hunters... So Soul Hunters was a little bit different. I think this is... Because there were people that were doing actual things on Soul... I guess? I was going to say people were doing like actual stuff on Soul Hunters with the passing of the debuffs back and forth, right? But I guess if you were going to have to immune the Tier's Wrath with like specific people at specific points, being the 5 closest people to the boss. Like a beast. Yeah. They just dropped class tuning? Wait, what? No, they didn't. For 12.0.5. Yeah, I think this is one of those fights that you have to play more than it is like a fight that you're like reading the mechanics actually does much for. Because I think the flow of this is like important. Yeah, more design changes, yeah. Chimeras. Look, Kalamazoo.
We're doing it a bit different.
I gotta get the best part. I missed the best part.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazoo here is going to be day 1 of Mythic raid boss testing. We're doing it a bit different this time, same as last time actually, where instead of putting out like 8 heroic boss videos, 8 mythic boss videos, the heroic ones are all out. For the bosses that we can test, there's 7 of them. I believe 7, yeah. If you want to check us out, link appears somewhere on the channel, like a card, or, you know, check the channel in general. But we're going to do mythic bosses because they're all being tested in 2 days. We're going to do them in 2 different videos. So this video is going to cover 4 bosses, the 4 today. The solo boss, Chimera, I think, and then it was Imperator, whatever his name is, Veracious, and Nexus King Salador. We're going to talk about the changes on Mythic and the fight itself. Then I'll put the boss kill after that segment of the video or at the end, without me yapping over it and all that kind of stuff. You can check it out. But yeah, so we're going to get right on into it. We're going to watch a POV of it. I'll walk you all through what changes here and go from there. I might leave out a couple things by mistake, but I think for the most part, we've got it down pretty good. Chimeras is the only boss in the, I think it's Dream Rift, or Dream Rift raid. He's the only boss in here. He didn't seem that bad on Mythic. The big change in this fight is that there is a Mythic Sire Denathrius-esque mechanic where you're going to take an Alm Dust Soak that goes in the tanks, basically. We have assigned groups 1 and 3 going the first one, which is going to happen right about now to come out. And then 2 and 4 are going the other one. And when you stand in this, you soak it and you go downstairs. You can see where you're downstairs. Basically, the boss is a little faded. It's blue. And players upstairs will see... That is... Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll see your model like this, in like a blue kind of like figure. It's all pixely and stuff. Very cool. Now, whenever you kill these ads, they go upstairs. And they got to die when they go upstairs. They come... They sort of like need to be stacked up and killed downstairs. When they're upstairs, they're trying to reach the boss. They're trying to go into him. If they touch him, he consumes them, gets a damage amp. It hurts. Don't let it happen. He heals. Don't let him hit the boss. There's a lot of smaller ones here, and there's a big one in the back that's spawning in now, and they all have shields. And when you break the shields, they go upstairs, and the upstairs players need to kill the actual like remaining health bar on them.
Dude, why does this shit at the bottom say, "Goal: eat 3-month-old burger"? Like, what the fuck, Yalamazi?
Now, one of the mythic changes on this fight is that when you're downstairs, I believe it's like an 8
You're body of the
radius for
temple.
your character. I'm not sure the exact yardage, but you can't be overlapping with a character from the upstairs realm if you're downstairs, and vice versa. If you're upstairs, you can't stand somebody downstairs, or you're gonna do damage to each other. It's like 100k a second. I think it hurts a good bit.
So
it's sort of like how Denath.
So it's kind of like Denathris. Denathris would just like insta kill you both, but this is more like you get pulsed on for a certain amount of damage.
Was with the mirrors upstairs and downstairs. That hurt worse, but I mean, still, this is important.
Makes more sense.
Now, besides that, they've also added a mechanic. I think I get it later on in the fight. I don't know exactly what I pointed out here. When these die, they leave a pool behind. You
But
added
you-
a mechanic. I think I
that?
get it later on in the fight. I don't know exactly what I pointed out here. When these die, they leave a pool behind.
They are
You can clear
CC.
it with a larger debuff.
Shit.
You get upstairs. I'll show you in a minute. This is going to die here. There's the big ad you want to cleave down. So these two circles here, these that are coming out, we have markers down here, blue and green. This is the other mythic mechanic in this phase, where two players, we believe it's always a healer and a DPS, are going to get, it's always like a healer and X. Never a tank, it looks like. I don't think you can do that with this fight. Are going to get this effect here. And I forgot what it's called, but basically you have like 5 seconds to get to a spot, and then somebody above you needs to stand in the pool, like this golden circle, and you can see it if you're upstairs. You, the person that has the blue circle downstairs, is going to be horrified, like floating in the air. Think Denathria circles when you're soaking them and they're coming down from the sky. It's similar to that, you're just not as high in the sky. And upstairs, it'll leave like a radius of like azurite around the circle you're standing in, and when you soak it, it pulls the player out of the Horrify and closes the azurite circle. That's how you can tell when the soak's almost done. So we can see here they're running back. Hopefully I don't turn my camera. I might. I don't know. I did. Great. Perfect. But they're over there doing that. All right, see you in a second here. Yeah, see right there. There's that Azurite circle we talked about. The person that
So there's people with a debuff on the other realm that would have to pull them down. I guess that makes sense.
was, yeah, and they're horrified there. So people upstairs need to stand in that to soak it and bring them down. I think it does some damage,
Lovely.
but I don't believe it's the same, like, upstairs, downstairs, hurting each other kind of thing with that mechanic happening. I could be wrong. It does damage, though.
That's the state of
either way, that's how you
retail
do it.
rating, bro.
So that's going to happen. It only happens once per, like, downstairs set of people. It's only 2 players. I thought it was the entire raid every time, which seemed insane, but it
They
wasn't.
wiped.
Thank God. Skipping ahead here, find another poll. So basically the same thing here. We're going downstairs again. So same thing. Going down, add spawn, kill him, do whatever. We're keeping it so we have the downstairs people here and the upstairs over there, so you don't, like, overlap. Ads are being gripped in here. We're going to kill him. We have the large ad in the back moving in as well, which is very cool. Break the shield, it goes upstairs. Yeah, so right here, debuffs again. Same thing. This here, back up a bit. The larger circle is the one that you can call for a Dispel and clear the little, like, pee pools on the floor. Like these things that are left behind with ads dying. This one, and this one. The smaller ones here and here, these are the ones that have the upstairs, downstairs, reverse gravity mechanic. It probably could be indicated differently, but it's whatever.
Lovely. I'm glad that they look the fucking same. That's my favorite.
So they're going to their markers. You get soaked down. Better POV here. You can see him standing on green. Should be getting pulled down. It was buggy as well, so I think it worked out there. Yep, Dispel in there to clear that out, or it's going to expire. Bang, there you go. Perfect, and we're good.
And then they kill
That's
this.
If you don't get the actual mechanic that pulls you upstairs, downstairs, or whatever, you just come up naturally in 8 seconds here. And that's it. After this, you're going to have, we have groups 1 and 3 in the first soak, 2 and 4 in the next one, which is going to happen in a sec here. We kill this ad. He's going to do some Rift Emergent stuff here, which is going to
Oh, wait, hold on. But did he spawn relative to where they killed him?
I think it worked out there. Yep, Dispel in there to clear that out, or it's going to expire. Bang, there you go. Perfect, and we're good. That's it. If you don't get the actual mechanic that pulls you upstairs,
He
downstairs,
does. Okay.
or whatever, you just come up naturally in 8 seconds here. And that's it. After this, you're going to have, we have groups 1 and 3 in the first soak, 2 and 4 in the next one, which is going to happen in a sec here. We kill this ad. He's going to do some Rift Emergent stuff here, which is going to spawn the ads downstairs, essentially, and then you're going to have people going downstairs. So, pretty cool. That Dispel goes out to clear that. There's the second smash. They go downstairs. So now we're upstairs. You can see they're downstairs. They're blue. I am full colored here. And that's it. They're going to hang out where they went down with their smash. We're going to go over here, so they have their own part of the room to kill their adds and do whatever. And that's basically all the first phase. Now, the boss will do a third on dust smash, whatever it is. Dodge that. Before he flies away.
Dude, I fucking love Calavazi. I love how he goes dodge that as if like we're supposed to stand at the goddamn boss frontal.
On dust smash,
shit.
whatever it is. Dodge that. Before he flies away on Mythic. He doesn't do it on Heroic, but on Mythic he does. Over there, perfect. Good POV. So you can see the soaks here. So yeah, so you can see the players downstairs. They're going to the markers. There's one there that had, yep, see, they had the small blue circle debuff. And here, you're upstairs now. Soak these. Stand in them. You'll see, you should be able to see.
So you don't even have to have a debuff to soak those people. Okay. So I think that, like... Okay. Where you're actually positioning around the room, it matters a lot. I see.
I keep my camera there, I might not. Maybe. It's like a pool that shrinks when you soak it. At least I think there is. I don't know, but just soak them. They come down. Whatever. He died. Whatever. Is what it is. But yeah, so we're going into almost the intermission here. It's coming up. Final Dispel to clear the floor. No big deal. The boss is going to begin casting Consume in like 13 seconds. He'll consume any adds that are alive. Kill all the adds. Don't hit the boss. He's going to do his third on the smash again. We just went back to group 1 to 3 going down. 1 3 2 4 1 3 2 4 whatever. So he's going to cast Consume here. He's going to channel this up. If adds hit him, he heals and gets a damage amp for the rest of the fight. Don't let him hit. If adds hit, you're basically dead. And then he's going to do his smash again. And this is the other different part of the fight from Heroic. So you have to be in this soak. It does knock you, so be careful you don't go flying off the edge. And we're downstairs again. But then he flies away. So you're going to have it upstairs. Yeah, downstairs.
You got power infused here. This is goated. Dude, look at this shit. He's got PI on him right now.
In this part of the fight. You can see people downstairs are blue. Upstairs are full colored. And for the most part, we try to separate the room, but just, it's fine. Stay together. Don't collide. It's easy. The boss is going to fly away and do, I think, 4 breaths across the room and spawn adds. Now, there are adds upstairs and adds downstairs. On Heroic, there's only adds... Well, no one goes downstairs on Heroic. So you just you can see people from Heroic.
I thought everybody got in this
and then
race.
He's going to do his smash again. And this is the other different part of the fight from Heroic. So you have to be in this soak. It does knock you, so be careful you don't go flying off the...
Oh, not everybody actually gets in this one. This one's the same as group 1. Okay.
Yeah. And we're downstairs again. But then he flies away. So you're going to have it upstairs. Yeah, downstairs. Don't collide. It's easy. The boss upstairs and adds downstairs. On Heroic, there's only adds... Well, no one goes downstairs on Heroic, so you just kill the same adds up top, right? Ascendant needs kicks. It's downstairs adds and upstairs adds. You can see... Ascendant needs kicks. There's a bigger ad here.
Why never find a DK fight?
I think at some point. Yeah, there's one upstairs. There's one downstairs. Other one's here downstairs, and so you gotta kill him. Kill him. Keep dodging. These dispels come out. Dispel if you want. Do whatever. Honestly, that's the fight.
It's like
You're
a
gonna kill him.
DK fight.
When this expires, you go upstairs again. That's it. There are no reverse gravity soaks in this phase either. Just dodge the beams. Yeah, I'd full on tank the beam here because I don't know, whatever.
Oh my
but
god,
it's fine. But just go upstairs, and once this is done, kill the ads. You're back into phase 1. But there are more ads spawning in the downstairs phase. Downstairs second phase 1, upstairs second phase 1. It sort of snowballs of more and more ads. But that's the fight. Honestly, not much changes from Heroic, barring like just the downstairs, the polarity mechanic, and like the downstairs and the intermission. But honestly, it's fine. It was a fun fight. I thought it was better on Mythic than Heroic. It felt more complete.
It didn't seem too bad.
With like the...
Watch this. I mean, it's kind of like Anduin, I think, a little bit. Where, like, the jobs of individual people, you're going to be able to figure that out, like, relatively quickly. But then it's like... your entire raid has to figure out, like, what they're doing at any point. I mean, these swarming shade mobs, like... I'm pretty sure you need 2 DKs for this fight, no? Like, what even is the fucking alternative? So, like, look at this. How this works is whenever the adds get spawned and you break their shield, then they get spawned into the upstairs realm. So basically, they're tethered to the boss right here. But like, first off, you're not getting the shield fucking broken in time if you don't have two. What do you? Yeah, I don't fucking know. Grip is a raid buff. Yeah, shit. This shit is tethered to the boss downstairs, right? I mean, look at this. I think that's what he said. I mean, I know it is upstairs. We saw that earlier. Are these not targeted the boss? It looks like they actually aren't. So they don't fixate the boss. So I guess the DK. Yeah. Maybe DK is not required. It's only really good. Well, interesting fight. Which one's this guy? Impaired or something. Oh, first boss of the raid.
Yes.
Unless it's like Brute Twister, it won't matter. Yeah, probably. Can send more range down on one side. Yeah, the side without the DK can be more ranged heavy. That way you can actually try to. Since they're actually not fixating the boss until you break them, it's okay. It's obviously not good because you want that. Because some of those mobs spawn like 60 yards away from the fucking. Like 6 years away from one another, so it's gonna be like pretty hard, but it's definitely doable.
Parator Aversion. This boss is cracked.
Huh?
This boss is gonna get nerfed, but this boss is really cool. I think if this was like in like an 8 boss raid, if this is like boss 6, they leave it as it is. If it was like boss 5 in a 7 boss raid, they leave it as it is. This is the first boss in Voidspire, the 6 boss raid.
My YouTube is buffering.
I can just let it glide, I think.
It's flying in.
2 minutes left.
Yeah.
No,
You're gonna get nerfed. But this is like boss 6, they leave it as it is. If it was like boss 5 in a 7 boss raid, they leave it as it is. This is the first boss in Voidspire, the 6 boss raid. They basically reworked this boss from Heroic. It is way different on Mythic. The Dungeon Journal is like a Mythic end boss, full of mechanics for the first boss in the raid. And you'll see here.
I noticed that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, I'm going to try and walk through what's happening. I don't remember what they changed from Heroic to Mythic. I mean, they sort of reworked the fight, so let's talk about it from here. Basically, this is the checkerboard, or tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, bonus rolls are coming
3,
back.
6,
That's cool.
9. See the squares here?
I need to make a video
Don't let
about
him
that
form
today,
a roll of
probably.
3. If he does, you die. He'll spawn a big wall of ads, and they kill you.
I'm sorry,
See the squares in the raid. And you'll see here, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, I'm going to try and walk through what's happening. I don't remember what they changed from Heroic to Mythic. I mean, they sort of reworked the fight, so let's talk about it from here. Basically, this is the checkerboard, or tic-tac-toe. 3, 6, 9. See the squares here? Don't let him form a row of 3. If he does, you die. He'll spawn a big wall of ads and they kill you. He's going to spawn ads in the room in 3 spots. They seem like they were random, but the patterns were the same. I could be wrong, though. I don't think there's like actual science to it, but he's spawning 3 ads here. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. So unlike Heroic, the ads are going to be shielded when they spawn. And the only way to remove the shield is to dispel 5 players on top of the ad. You got to do it twice. And you don't have like 12 dispels, you have 10. If you miss 1 dispel, or dispel 1 too many people, or 1 too little, you'll either over dispel or under dispel, and you can't break the shield and you die.
This is a fight of all time without weak auras. Holy fucking shit. They made a dispel coordination fight without weak auras? What the fuck?
So,
it's already nerfed to 3 dispels? Okay, yeah. A lot more reasonable.
for example, here they spawn. We're waiting on this. We're going to have them coming out. They're all casting Void Rupture. One's going to go off.
An easy MD? 3 of them?
So we go over here. We are all called the stack here. All the Dispels are coming out now. These are all these circles here. You can see on the raid 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 10 debuffs. So what we've done, we've done it in an order of Mass Dispel 1, Mass Dispel 2, Solo Dispel the 3rd set of 5, and I think we were Mass Dispelling 4th set. Basically, you're going to see a Mass Dispel come out here, hit 5 players, because Mass Dispel hits 5 people max, so sort of an easy fix there. Mass Dispel, bang, 5 or hit, clears it. You stay here, this is a tank soak, to soak the actual effect, then you run to the next one. You don't have much time left on the debuff. It expires pretty soon, you can see here, so you're going to run over here.
You just get cryoed for this mechanic?
Quickly, sometimes you got to move across the room, which is like gate can be very useful there too. You're in here, tank soak's coming out again. You're going to go over here and Mass Dispel again quickly, bang. Second ad's broken, and you can kill it. If you don't break it, like this one here, it's going to rupture and leave a square on the ground. It's going to happen. You can't break this one. It shoots death beams out of it, like Nexus King. And you're going to get more and more of these ads, leaving these things behind the longer the fight goes. And every one is going to shoot death beams every time. So you're going to have 2 death beam sets, and then 3, and then maybe even 4, depending on how long it goes. It's pretty crazy. It's going to spawn an ad. The boss gets dragged over there. If he stands on a tile that has a mark on it, I believe he enrages. Bring him over there, or on ads, I guess, I think. I don't remember exactly, but you're over here. There's a prio ad, and this sea of nameplate's really cool. Can't see it at all. Kill him. AoE him down. The circle's here.
How much he's fucking padding? Yo, he's not even hitting. He's not even hitting the prio mob. He's literally he never targeted this abyssal void shape. What the fuck's he doing?
Back of the room as well. At some point, you'll probably see.
You're shit together,
players to soak it. It's 1 per rift that's active. I think it's right there actually. Yeah, there. Right there. 1 per rift that is active when he does that. So if there's 2, there's gonna be 2. If there's 3, there's gonna be 3. He shoots these lasers out, which is pretty cool. And
what's
then
the
we're back
into,
I believe the ad spawning in Dark Upheaval. I think. Some AoE. Oh, there you go. Sure. Here come the ads. So we have 3 here already.
These void zones. I see.
You can see there's already 1 here. Now we're going to clear 2 of these regardless.
So basically, you have to clear this ad that spawns. Basically,
the reason we only cleared this one and didn't clear these 2, he'd form a line of 3 and we die. So we're going to clear this one. We probably clear this and probably the middle. Usually, if you're able to clear the one you're already on, it's better because it's just more damage on the boss, more uptime, but whatever.
Yeah.
So this is the set where we have Solo Dispels.
So you would clear this one and then move to the corner, probably.
So if someone's not stacked for the Solo Dispel, you need to be stacked the moment the Dispel is ready to go. Like, be ready to go. Don't greed or do anything, because if you're outside and get dispelled by someone who's Solo Dispelling, like me, playing Demonology with my imp, my new Grimoire Imp Singe thing here, there's no leeway dispels. It's literally, if you miss it, you wipe everybody. There's no leeway. There is 0 room for error. It's pass fail, you're dead.
It's weird for a first boss.
Right here, wait for this to go off.
Having a pass
goes off, the ad spawns in, then we move in. Move into the circle, it's fine. We don't even have debuffs yet. We're all sitting here waiting, right? They're gonna spawn in. Debuffs are out. Now, on raid frames, I'm gonna dispel the DK, I believe, right? I have my Imp Dispel ready to go for Demonology. Very cool. Thank you, Blizzard. Solo Dispels. So gonna have 5, bang, I hit, I think I hit myself here actually, yeah. Wait a second, I hit myself. So Dispel, bang, we're good. So there's 1, 2, this is the Dispel effect, like afterwards, this is the debuff. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 out still. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 6. 1 more Dispel is needed.
So you can see the circle the raid
when the last Dispel goes out, bang, there it goes, it's gone. So 5 players were Solo Dispelled there. He breaks the Rupture. And at this point, you have to haul to the next one, because the debuff's going to fall very soon. You got to run over here, get in fast, Mass Dispel, bang, barrier's gone. If you miss any of those, you wipe. It's over. I guess technically you don't really wipe, but like it hurts very badly. You're going to have 2 going off, and it leaves extra spaces on the floor. It's very, very bad. You really can't miss a Dispel. I think there's a miss Dispel mechanic too. I couldn't tell you exactly. I sort of forgot.
So it got nerfed to 3, right? So somebody's saying that makes this fight like if you have additional debuffs, it makes it noticeably easier. Makes Mass Dispel basically not required. It does make your healers have to actually do a little bit more thinking, but probably fine. You have 2. I guess if you have 10 people, yeah, I mean it's literally fucking impossible. All right, this fight, I mean, I don't think this fight's like that hard. Conceptually.
But so here we have 2 beams coming out. They're both shooting from the 2 marks on the floor. So you have double beam action. Very cool. One here and one back there off my camera, but you can see 2 different angles coming out here in a star pattern and back further.
He's such
a star
a
pattern.
fucking idiot.
So the more these fill in, the less space you're going to have.
All right, let's get the next one. Veracious.
Third boss up, Mythic Veracious. This is his tail, to clarify. He's got a big tail. Don't get too crazy here, okay? Don't get too... This is his tail, to clarify.
What the fuck is wrong with Galamazi?
He's got a big tail. Don't get too crazy here, okay? Don't get too crazy. So it's, I think, second or third boss in Voidspire after Imperator, Azagwaffly, and whatever his name is. This guy is like your Taros of the raid tier. It's like your single target patchwork fight with a little bit of ag cleave. The bugs spawn every so often, you gotta cleave them. We were scaled down to 5 out of 6 champion level, which is like normal gearing, not even max upgrades for a Mythic patchwork boss. Everything was hitting really hard. We needed more the Progress boss more. I'm sure Liquid and Echo probably killed it. Everything's not sure involved. So the boss is chilling here. He's gonna do basically a Godzilla breath across the room, which, like in the intermissions, which you need to clear a spot in the wall to go through. We'll get to that in a minute here, but besides that, he's sort of tank and spank. He has his own tank mechanic and stuff too, which crushes. As far as like DPS is concerned, you're basically dodging the effects. He's going to spawn 2 walls here with this roar and knock us back a bit. He does 3 primordial roars, I believe, and then the 4th like roar is just like an enrage, but we didn't get that far, nowhere near it. But the roar is stacking him. So this is the tank soak here. Smashes, it hurts a lot. I forgot how it works exactly for tanks, but it does a lot. And it spawns this epicenter mechanic, basically. So, this mechanic, we found out that you can just fully dodge this thing's range. I wonder if I can do that in testing last time, and I forgot to look at it. You can just literally, you can go in melee and do it, or you can just stand behind this ring. This is as far as it goes. Just stand back here.
They're gonna fix
like
that. There's no fucking way.
And just don't move at all. There's no ring past this thing spawning. This is the last ring it spawns. So stand back here. You're chilling. It might be a little annoying for healers and things, so it depends what's going on with that. But you can just dodge it. It's a lot more uptime than the boss. So, but we didn't find that out till like later on the poll. When I said, hey, let's try it out. So that's that. Here are the walls. It spams donuts over and over. Just hang out on the edge and dance the donut.
No, I didn't see anything about Memory Leak, but I wouldn't be shocked.
He does a Smashing Frenzy here. Once again, more damage. Ring, donut, donut, donut. More Smashing Frenzy, more damage, more donut. Here comes donut.
Thank you, Calamari.
Dodge donut, donut. Just stand there. If you're back here or in this vicinity the whole time, it might move a little bit based on where the tank's at. Stand back here, right here, right there. The very edge is a little finicky. It's larger than it seems when I died to it when we tested it out, but stand like right here. You're fine. You don't need to move. You have range. If you have 35, probably 35 yards on abilities, I do. I'm fine. If you're an evoker, sorry, I don't tell you, or other classes, but
you got hover if you're an evoker.
Do that. I think I tried it here. I tried it here. Yeah, this is actually the poll. I tried it. I was like, oh, I think this works. Yeah, I did. I just chilled back here. Besides that, you're gonna get him spewing,
aside from the part where you're not stacked up for the AMZs or the healing. Yeah, it
hurts really bad. So if your healers aren't aware that you're back here,
yeah, shit,
you might need to make them aware of that. Lord have mercy. At the same time, pop a defensive, Hellstone, whatever, it hurts a lot. It's going to spawn these bugs. These bugs are going to fixate people. And see, I'm taking a lot of damage here. And they're going to need to be dragged to the wall and killed on top of the wall. When you kill 3 on a wall, it will break the wall and give you room to move through to dodge the Godzilla breath. Now, unfortunately, we're under geared here. We need more health. The Fixate's hurt. The donuts are a lot of air denial.
Are these CCable?
Boost really is being thrown the whole time. This is like a disaster in here. I don't know. I'm even looking at it right now. You got to find a way to stack against the wall if you're fixated, and they'll refixate too. So you cannot be chilling over here in New Serbia, and then hope if one's low, it will fixate you and you'll not kill on the wall.
New Serbia?
You don't break the wall, you die to Godzilla breath. So you got to be over here. I'm trying to dodge donuts and stuff here at the same time. The walls. Okay. They are like jagged. I get stuck in here. They're also LOS. You can't hit the boss. So you're dodging donuts, dodging swirlies, dealing with fixates, getting pounded by the damage coming in the smashing frenzy, and just the fixate damage in general, and trying to break the wall. It's rough. The cadence of donuts and things in this phase is too much. Even like from more gear for a second boss, it's sort of wild. Seemed like a bit much, but did we break a wall? I don't think we broke it. We got close, I think. But you break the wall, and then you go to one side. He's gonna pick a side. You go to the other side and not get hit by the breath, and that's the whole fight. Congratulations, you're done. He ramps his damage with more breaths every phase. You get 3 breaths and you die. That's a fight.
Did break both walls?
This is our best pull, I think, too. So I'll put it again. But I mean, yeah, we were grotesquely undergeared for this testing. We're in normal. We're in like I think heroic gear, like heroic dungeon gear, not raid gear, or like normal gear. It's like champion level 5. So there's that. That's the fight, pretty much. That's his tail again. To clarify.
Okay, nice. I mean, this is not hard. Why is he saying that again? He's a fucking idiot. You break one wall and one the far side? Why did they break both?
Congratulations, you're done. He rammed for a second boss. It's sort of wild. Seemed like a bit much, but it's rough. The cadence of donuts and things in this phase is too much. Even like from more gear for a second boss, it's sort of wild. Seemed like a bit much, but did we break a wall? I don't think we broke it. We got close, I think. But you break the wall, and then you go to one side. He's gonna pick a side. You go to the other side and not get hit by the breath, and that's the whole fight. Congratulations.
If that shit is RNG, holy shit, that is so annoying. So you actually have to break both. But I mean, look at when they fucking break this wall.
You're done. He ramps his damage with more breaths every phase. You get 3 breaths and you die. That's a fight, literally. This is our best pull, I think, too. So I'll put it again. But I mean, yeah, we were grotesquely under.
Just get it right 3 times in a row for uptime. I'm fucking in. Salador.
Oh,
they're both Frost. Nexus, or sorry, Nexus King. Fallen King Salador is the final boss of the video today. This boss got juiced up mid-testing. The orbs that you kill, like the bigger ones, the consecrated orbs, whatever, had like 2.
So we don't know the Illyria and, well, okay. The Midnight Falls thing, this one was unintentionally testable at some point, I think. Illyria was not though, right? Yeah, okay.
2 million health or 2 billion, whatever number we're at now, I don't know. They were increased to like 6 million health, like the third pull, and this boss became substantially more difficult. We killed that second pull. This is going to be a post-buff pull. At the same time, this boss, if you target it and slash kneel, he'll like emote to you. It's pretty cool. He'll debuff you, and it will spawn ghosts. It'll spawn ghosts as a mechanic in this fight, like Nexus King. We have to face them or you die. It's like the achievement. THC trolled us and told us to do it, and we all died. But yeah, don't kneel unless you want to do the achievement. So the fight is similar to Heroic, but the orbs come back. Basically, it's orb madness. There's adds you need to CC as well, which we'll look at in a minute here. Really good Destro cleave fight, good spread cleave fight in general, good priority.
Every fucking fight this raid has AoE. Like, a lot of it, too. What the fuck is going on?
Cleave. Destro and After's under team right now, as far as Warlock stuff's concerned. So Desperate Measure spawns the adds. Wherever he shoots these beams, he's going to spawn 2 orbs. I forget what they're called. They're like consecrated orbs, something. They're bigger ones. They move slower than the other orbs later on.
Yeah, that guy's Taros, apparently.
He's gonna spawn orbs from
Taros with
this
ads.
portal and this portal. So prepare for them. Whenever he casts it, it's like a 5-second delay till they actually spawn it. Like, they're right here. They're not targetable yet. They're targetable, like, now. So don't like preemptively start pumping cleave and realize you can't hit them yet. Concentrated. Yeah, there you go. I think that's what it said, right? So you're gonna want to kill these. Now, whenever you kill them, they put, I think, a 7 or 8 second dot on the raid that does a lot of damage, and it will stack.
Well, I think that
stack them, it will refresh
the point is, like, most of these are actually ad fights. They're not actually single. Like, I guess Veracious is like a single target fight, but that is like the most important mechanic is killing the fucking ads.
Want to kill one, wait, kill second one, unless you want to purposely try and heal through 2 stacks. It hurts on Mythic a lot. So they're killing one. I'm hitting this one here too. You're gonna have these images spawning in too, which need to be kicked basically. So Though I thought it worked differently. I thought it was like Razziath Sparks, where they had like CC stacks on them. I believe the way this works is that when somebody kicks the one that is kickable, like see how these are unkickable? They're red, unstable Nexus cast. If you kick this one, it'll jump to another ad to be kicked. So kick this, see what happens. Kick, it jumped over here. And this gets kicked, it should jump here or somewhere else to another ad in the room. It's like 5 of them. Kick, it jumps here. So kick this one, it jumps somewhere else, I'm sure. There's more ads in the room somewhere, I think. It's like 5 of them. One over there, you can see it.
That's a really interesting mechanic.
But you want to kick them in order where you...
only one of them is unprotected at a time. That's interesting. That's an interesting mechanic.
You know, don't have them blow up on you. If they blow up, I believe they leave pools on the ground like this. These pools are a Dispel. Don't stand in the middle of the room. Go to the edge and call for a Dispel. You gotta kill the orbs. The orbs have a lot of health now. They live a lot longer, and they move sort of slow. I think this might have been a missed kick. I don't know, but either way, these spots don't go away on the floor. You gotta control the kicks and Dispel as well. This orb's gonna die, so good. These are gonna come out, just get out. They spawn spikes, I think, after like an hour. You wait 10 years for them to do their thing. Tank has a bigger one. These are smaller. Happens now. There you go.
Spikes.
The boss is gonna rinse and repeat here. It's gonna cast measures again. Now, there you go.
I need the spikes. The spikes are only like how many yards away from these guys were these? 10?
The boss is gonna rinse your
like 15 maybe? Like you could literally just put them in the back. Like if these are ranged people, you could actually just put them in the back of the room and it would just like never even have to dodge his melee.
Repeat here. It's gonna cast measures again, but you can see he's shooting the orbs that you just killed last time. These are the concentrated, whatever, the bigger orbs from the first set. They're right here and somewhere else. I think over here. He's gonna shoot these two with that Desperate Measures channel, right? There's one here. The other one somewhere. There it is on my camera. So he's shooting these two. He's gonna re-empower these, but they're like lesser orbs. He's gonna spawn 2 of the big orbs like he did last set. These are gonna be lesser. These move like twice as fast, but they have a lot less health. If any orb hits the boss, you basically die. Kill them all. But you want to high prior the smaller ones. They have a lot less health, but you see they move faster. And they also spawn before the bigger ones do as well. So you get a bit of time to cleave them down. And during Void here, I'm gonna cat this. See, it's already zooming. They're zooming. You gotta move the boss around. Move the boss. The big orbs haven't spawned yet. They're still in their little like gate, like queuing up. They're loading the missile, like in Star Trek with Spock. Yeah. No, that was the Klingons. It doesn't matter. Either way. So there's that. Now they spawn. So you want to kill the Enduring Voids.
Galavazi.
Which one was that? That was the one with the Klingons, right? Yeah. With the Cloak Bird of Prey. I'm as constant as a Northern Star. At the Voyage Home. Which one was that? Anyways, so... I'm stupid. So kill those things fast. These two spawn in as well. The fight's gonna ramp where someone's gonna put that in the comments.
So basically the balls will spawn more balls. Yeah, I have no fucking idea what he's talking about.
Comments, by the way.
So the longer the fight goes, the more of these void orbs you end up getting.
It's gonna ramp where these little orbs will keep respawning every time. They don't go away. So when you kill these 2 big ones, it's gonna leave the residue behind. You're gonna have like 4 mini orb residues. He's gonna empower every single orb every time. So you're gonna have 4 small orbs and then 2 big orbs and the next set again.
This seems like a really good melee fight.
So it ramps in difficulty. It gets harder and harder. Images here again, kick them. Cleave these down, same fashion. Don't stack them if you can avoid it. The boss will eventually later on, I mean, he'll stop and start casting a spell at some point. So you have to like kill these in a fast enough manner where you try to not double stack the effect. But like, at a certain point, if you're behind on cleave, you might have to just say, hey, the boss is going to stop moving and cast in a second here. You got to just kill it.
I was not having a good time on
casting.
Well, yeah, you have to get off the fucking boss. This shit looks awful.
So you can't always delay damage for the stack effect if you're behind. You might see it here at some point. He stops there. So if we were like behind, this is like max or like low health, but like this was high and this is super close, you just kill it. You got to deal with the 2 stack. Thankfully, we didn't get that far. We didn't have that happen here. He's come out again, rinse and repeat. Kill the orb. Actually pretty close to the boss here. We can move him again. Move him. Bang, there you go. Somebody died. Spikes. Dodge spikes. Don't get hit like me. Oh my
god, Kalamazoo.
And then
watch out.
This is like a 145 timestamp. This is his Cosmic Unraveling. He takes more damage here.
He's turning into Daphnia.
Like a Death Cutter, and it's very hard to do damage here as a Destro Lock. So yeah, it's a damage amp. I have Infernal here. It's a minute and a half. Try to do some damage, but honestly,
all right, melee or back. Melee or back.
I will say he's going to finish this. If you notice, the boss or the smaller orb is right here, so you want to try and kill them in a semi-stacked fashion, so the tanks can try and kite the boss around in a manner where it sort of like guides the smaller orbs, bigger orbs in like a similar area. So when they spawn, you can cleave them down, cataclysms and meat grinders and whatever else. But at the same time, right now, you got to move this.
They
boss.
changed rescue to give you spirit walkers for 5 seconds.
If they're empowered right
All
here,
for
you're
that
gonna
shit.
die. So measures are coming out soon.
Now rescue me, rescue me, rescue me.
Moved. Make note, one here, one here. When he does it, we'll pause it. So he's gonna spawn orbs now.
One rescue.
So he's spawning 2 big orbs here and here, indicated by the double force lightning effect, bigger. These are empowering the small ones. 1, 2, 3, I think 4 over here. I don't know. I think it's the case. Yeah, so he's empowering 4 small ones now and 2 bigger ones. So you can see
He's stealing content. Yes.
Move to a better area. These aren't stacked very well, but I'm catting these 2 here are 2 small ones. The other 2 over here.
I'm uploading
The
this
big
to my
ones are
YouTube as
queued
well.
up. Haven't even spawned yet. So kill these fast.
This
now
fight is gonna be fucking insane.
So you're
There's gonna be so many ads.
kiting, moving the boss around. I'm cleaving these down. You're gonna have, I think, ads coming in now with the projection. Kick them. Yeah, these spawn pretty far at times too. It's got to be aware of range kicks and stuff. Kill the orbs, kiting them. And honestly, this is the fight. It got rougher and rougher the longer we went. I think we were holding Lust for the 5th set, which is the one after the next set coming up here. But it gets rough when you have like 10 of the small orbs running around and this happening and more air denial. It adds to the spawning and people are dying. It snowballs quickly.
What is the damage amp on this fight? Like, why wouldn't you lust that? Do you actually need lust to kill the orbs? Like, surely bloodlusting... I have a suspicion that bloodlusting the damage amp has to be the correct play, or at least getting a bloodlust that overlaps with the damage amp has to be the correct play, because like this is one of those fights that the longer it goes on, the more hectic it becomes. Like, yeah, like I would even be down to lust on pull because there's not that many orbs. And everybody has offensive CDs. Like, I don't even think you would lust anything else other than either on pull or on a damage amp. You're not lusting to kill orbs off. I mean, that's going to drag your fight on for, like, I don't know, another minute, maybe?
Fight's fun. It's fast-paced. It's way better than what it was in Heroic. It's good. Usually, like, when you do, at least for me, at least...
the damage amp, like, the problem is, like... What even is it? How big is it, is the thing? I'm looking. What actually is the name of the ability?
When I do heroic testing of bosses, it's the first time I see them for heroic. Obviously, yeah. Look at all the orbs in the back. This is a good. This is a good like kiting of the boss just far away. Cut him over here, and you're good. Usually, when I see bosses on heroic, this is the Dispel, by the way. Get out. Don't stand in the middle of the room. Go over here. I like him more on heroic. It's the first time seeing him. It's like, oh, this is a cool new boss. But honestly, I like his bosses all today on Mythic more. They were a lot of fun, and they definitely evolved more on Mythic than I thought they would. They're fun. They're good. Kill this orb. We might get a double stack here. No, we just missed it. Cool. So there you go. This is his next damage amp step. But you can see here these little like blue effects. These are all the orbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 orbs. The 8th one somewhere.
Measures.
These are all going to become smaller orbs when he empowers in the next set after this next intermission, right? So it ramps like crazy. Doing unraveling again here.
Huh?
You got to put him in a good spot for the unraveling too. If he's like in a big
Cosmic unraveling. What the fuck was Desperate Measures? It was something that was on his UI that made me think it was that.
doing unraveling again here. You got to put him in a good spot for the unraveling too. If he's like in a big blue pile of poo, you just die basically. You also can't stack the poo. If you stack the poo, it becomes diarrhea. It's really bad. Don't do it. And that's that. At least you couldn't during testing, I'm pretty sure. That's it. You come out of here, and he's going to empower the orbs again. We're going to wipe pretty soon. This is the fight. It just ramps in difficulty. We killed it the first time when the orbs, the bigger orbs here, had like 2 million.
Entropic unraveling. He's such a fucking idiot. Taking 25% increased damage for 20 seconds. So the problem is like most DPS cooldowns are what? Especially whenever you press like potion and shit, we're talking like what, like a 50 or 60% damage gain. And so while it's nice for the Entropic unraveling, the problem is like not everybody is going to have their offensive CDs then, so you're going to just want to press Bloodlust on pull. Because there's also the damage that's lost because the fact that you're like spinning in a fucking circle.
Casting, I'm pretty sure.
And you're not able to actually get all your casts off, you're always just gonna lust on pull. I don't know what the number would have to be for this. The number would probably need to be like 200% or some shit for you to be like, alright, I'm lusting that.
At least you couldn't during testing, I'm pretty sure. That's it. You come out of here, and he's going to empower the orbs again. We're going to
even like 100%, it's like probably close.
Just ramps in difficulty. We killed it the first time when the bigger orbs here had like 2 million health. Then Blizz pushed a hotfix mid-testing, and they had like 7 million health after. And here comes the...
This is a crazy fight. Okay. I think it makes sense. I think all that should make sense. What's he even saying? He's a fucking goober. Let's see what this Raid Night Study Hall thing even looks like. Yoga morning. Good morning, AJ. Yo, when's that Growl guy coming back to streaming, man? That guy's addicted to fucking Diablo. See what Sitch is with this thing. Someone should replace Growl. Dude, Growl should give somebody his, like, stream key, and they should just, like, stream on his fucking account. Wouldn't that be funny? Do I need to put my glasses on, or is that shit blurry? That shit's actually just blurry. Identity theft isn't a joke? You're allowed to stream on somebody else's account. Is this 12.1.5? Yeah, that's right. You really fucking changed everything. Huh. Big ol' hen. Who was this fucker? It's the first guy? I gotta open WoW back up. Check your resolution. Oh shit, I could be a good question. Ah, it's in the right resolution. I swear this shit's blurry. Yeah, they're starting to add bonus rolls back. This is 12.0.5. That's the tic-tac-toe guy. General aversion. People be playing tic-tac-toe with the boss. I mean, yeah, I guess it's true. Look on the tank. Well, we're not. We're getting dispelled, no? I guess it's kind of right. As a DPS, you are kind of a fucking animal, huh? There's beams. Mad. Wait, is the Mythic mechanic the Dispel? Moving while casting, this is cheating? No, it's like Beastmaster Hunter, bro. So wait, in Heroic, do you not have to Dispel at all? Is that the Mythic mechanic? Yeah, they really changed Mage a lot, huh? Fuck do I kick? I love Shindig's vibe. Am I watching? They changed World of Warcraft a lot. Some raid boss study shit. But they got all the raid boss mechanics. Alright. I think I get it. Meow. The Addonless WoW would look like? Shit. The light infused stand. Light infused. Former Sal. Spells Mythic mechanic? Gotcha. This is Final Fantasy 14. So you can spawn ads once, right? I don't think this actually teaches me anything to do with any of the fucking bosses. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think I've learned nothing. Like, unironically, I think I've learned fucking nothing. PvE Smite. This kind of does look like Smite, huh? And there's the protected cast guide that you can only kick one at a time. What is this? It's supposed to be something that teaches you how to do mechanics. But I don't think it actually teaches you anything. I think that watching those Kalamazoo videos was fucking good enough for me. Debuff. Oh. Regroup? Yeah. Interesting. I don't think it teaches me. I think that watching those Kalamazoo videos is good. Was like. I think watching the Kalamazoo videos taught me a lot. Because you already know. Well, I think that even if I didn't know anything, it's like. The thing with like World of Warcraft bosses is that like the flow matters a lot. How much is he doing Mythic though? Well, that doesn't. Yeah. You think that the difference is because I was that those were the heroic mechanics of the fight? I think it's more just like how it's teaching you is not necessarily an effective way, but. Maybe you're right. Oh, it was... What was this thing called? Vellum Raid Night Study Hall. Steam thing. Okay. I have a Race to World First meeting in an hour. I gotta also go record a YouTube video talking about bonus rules coming back. I was planning on streaming for like another probably like 30 minutes, but I think I'm gonna go make a YouTube video about bonus rules. Seems very useful. Tomorrow, History of the Race to World First YouTube video comes out at like 9 a.m. CST. That's 3 hours long. Yeah, bonus rolls are back. Yeah, that's gonna come out at like 9 a.m. CST. That's like a 3 hour long video though. Pretty much it. This is max? What does that mean? Yeah, look at this shit. 2 hours and 52 minutes. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, working overtime? Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm working overtime for sure. Alright. GG skis. I'm gonna go make a YouTube video. Goodbye.